This channel you're about to watch is about positivity, and it deals with a whole lot of positive views and issues. It contains content and language which may be too real and too sensitive for adults and may not be suitable for children under 18. Parental discretion is advised. You didn't pay no money, so there's no need for you acting funny. And don't you dare be sour. So just sit back, relax, and watch. Raw, uncut, and unfiltered. With the bona fide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Because after they made him, they broke the mold. So now it's time to enjoy raw, uncut, and unfiltered.
No one can do it better.
You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
If you have something to say, speak up with authority and conviction. If not, sit down and shut up.
Rap up a little bit right here.
Talk to me, say something.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
They say two wrongs don't make it right, but damn sure makes it even.
Hey. What's up? How y'all doing? Thank y'all so much for taking the time to check out, tune in, view, and watch the Carlos Stargell Show. I'm sorry, raw, uncut, and uncensored, unfiltered. It's something I've still got to get used to. Forgive me, y'all. Got to get used to a new name for the show, that's all. But anyway, enough about that already. Yeah, I scheduled this show for a reason. The school shooting that went down in Wilder, Georgia. Not too far from Atlanta, but hey, it's a bug went into it's in Barrow County. So my heart and condolences and my prayers goes out to the families of the victims who were involved in that massacre.
To the middle school to check on their parents there. We just heard from the sheriff of Barrow County, who confirmed that there were multiple casualties, who couldn't give any more specifics about the conditions of those victims. But we also know that a suspect has been apprehended and is in custody. We don't have any further information about the potential identity.
Well, that's good. They got that sucker. They got it in custody. But what's your thoughts on this massacre that went down in Wilder, Georgia? I got the question right there. What's your thoughts? Please tell me your thoughts. I mean, everybody got their thoughts and opinions or whatever, but be free to speak yours. That's what it's about. Speak your mind. Yell out, speak what you feel. Yell out what's real. No bull, no lies, no act, no slash, just straight back. Come on, don't be scared, don't be shy. Yeah, I always tell it like it is. Why can't y'all?
Where you can hear the gunshots coming in.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even safe to go to school. I mean, look, now you remember all them other schools made it all over the country. Now look, now you got Georgia. Look, just making the whole state of Georgia look bad. But anyway, let's see what they talking about, y'all.
Who have, unlike those of us who are on this panel, gone through active shooter drills, and now this has happened. How do you approach students and get information that is useful to the investigation?
Well, like I said, y'all, it's not even, they make it where it's not safe for our kids to go to school. That's a daggone shame. I mean, you got 4 dead. No, 2 dead, 4 hurt.
Stand out from there.
At Appalachian High School in Wilder, Georgia, Barrow County, y'all. I mean, like I say, my condolences, my heart and prayers goes out to the family. Of those victims. It's a daggone shame. And look, everybody, they got the football field flooded and all that. All that ain't even necessary. Then they got have a press conference at 4:00
to try and get the information.
That's all they do. They always get no.
just looking at this.
Now, they got that sucker in custody. But I'm just gonna say this, not trying to sound racist or difficult.
Throughout the rest
But if it was somebody
just getting started, so overcoming
like me,
intense challenge for
they would have been shot and killed instantly.
Clint Watts, thank you so much for that.
I mean, like I said, look how they handle it. They're gonna take him in custody. But like I said, if it was one of us or anybody but them, somebody would have got shot. And you know what though? They always say they always talk about we got laws for stuff like this until the laws fail.
This year,
Yeah, they're all full of
injuries
shit.
or deaths.
And you know I'm telling the truth. I'm gonna say it one more time. They always screaming about what's they always what they got laws for until they fail. And again,
Yeah, they're all full of shit.
and yes, they are. Now, okay, now, like I said, this don't even make no sense. They got all this SWAT team ain't even necessary.
We talk about how we've gotten good.
They got more people at the football field now than they probably do at the damn game.
How good law enforcement has gotten.
Talking about no word on motive.
Investigation, getting answers. Have we gotten any better at stopping them, preventing them?
No, the short answer is no. We're not getting to the root cause. We're simply not. And the root cause, I know, people will politicize this and say, well, it's mental health. No, it's the guns. Hey, it's both, and we're still not.
Mental health, my ass.
Because we seem to have politicized what is a threat to our children. Our children are dying in record numbers because of gunshots, and we seem unwilling to rise to the occasion. And we're not.
And people are more afraid of living than dying this day and time. Damn shame.
We're talking about safety and enforcement of existing laws. There isn't a reasonable gun owner out there who thinks that someone who is verbalizing all the warning signs and indicators of violence should continue to possess a gun. We're thinking about red flag laws, which, by the way, Georgia does not have, that would allow family members, teachers, police to say, look, there's a threat coming from this individual, and until we figure it out, we're going to temporarily hold the weapon and then have a due process procedure to give that weapon back when the threat has abated.
Oh, bullshit. I mean, they that's all they do is talk, no action.
Possible Russian interference in the election, but maybe he'll say something about this.
I want to hear this shit.
Respond to a dangerous increase in violent threats against the public servants who administer our elections. We did so because countless Americans were enduring terrible threats simply for doing their civic duty. And we did so because threats to election workers constitute threats to our democracy itself. In just a few minutes, the task force here will meet to discuss its continuing work in advance of the upcoming election. But before we begin, I want to address the tragic shooting that occurred this morning at a high school in Winder, Georgia.
Why the fool?
The FBI and ATF are on the scene, working with state, local, and federal partners. I'm devastated for the families who have been affected by this terrible tragedy. The Justice Department stands ready to provide any resources or support that the Winder community needs.
Winder.
Before I get to the work of the task force, I also want to announce two major law enforcement actions that the Justice Department is taking that are separate from the important work of this task force, but are part of our broader effort to protect our elections from unlawful interference of any kind. First, this morning we unsealed an indictment in the Southern District of New York of Konstantin Kalashnikov and Elena Afanasieva, two Russian-based employees of RT.
Lord have mercy.
Controlled media outlet. They are charged with conspiring to commit money laundering and to violate the Foreign Agents Registration Act.
Oh, shit.
Enacted to ensure that the American people were informed when a foreign power engages in political activities or seeks to influence public discourse. The American people are entitled to know when a foreign power is attempting to exploit our country's free exchange of ideas in order to send around its own propaganda.
Is that right?
I'm sorry. And that is what we alleged happened in this case. In the wake of Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, RT, which was then known as Russia Today, was dropped by its American distributors. The company ceased its formal operations in the United States, and the European Union, the UK, and Canada banned RT's broadcasting.
Wow.
But as RT itself has boasted, the government of Russia continued to use RT to direct disinformation and propaganda. In the wake of Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine, RT's editor-in-chief said the company had built, quote, an entire empire of covert projects designed to shape...
Okay. Yeah. And then we worried about this. I was talking about that school shooting in Winder, Georgia. Man said Winder. You know he ain't. You know, man don't went to school, probably don't went to school most of his life and still can't read. No, just joking though, but seriously, it's Winder. Hold on.
Influencers to share this content on their platforms. The subject matter and content of many of the
Using RT to spread propaganda.
with Russia's interest
Ain't that some shit?
U.S. domestic divisions in order to weaken U.S. opposition to core Russian interests, particularly its ongoing war in Ukraine. The company never disclosed to the influencers or to their millions of followers its ties to RT and the Russian government. Instead, the defendants and the company claimed that the company was sponsored by a private investor.
Yeah.
Investor was a fictitious persona. The charges unsealed this morning do not represent the end of the investigation. It remains active and ongoing. In a separate enforcement action, the Justice Department is seizing 32 internet domains that the Russian government...
Man, damn, man, I'm more concerned about the school shooting. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, y'all. Everybody know. Okay, yeah, I'm finna go to the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna say it one more time. The real freaking deal.
Talk to me. Say something.
Hang on, y'all. Okay, hang on. Now we already know. Okay. Now I'm going to the real deal. Okay.
40 minutes we spoke with Fox 5's Brittany Edney. She reported that she heard from a parent who had a child in the classroom where this allegedly happened. That parent told her it was a 9th grade classroom and a student and a teacher were both involved. Of course, we're still waiting to get this verified from law enforcement and from the school district as well. But these are the reports that we're getting from our crews on the ground there as well. They've been seeing the large law enforcement presence, the parents coming to collect their students. And just because we have mentioned these neighboring schools so much, I just want to reiterate what we learned from the Winder Police Department as well, which is that even though these neighboring schools are impacted and that there's an increased presence from law enforcement, all the students are safe out there, that they're in lockdown as a precautionary measure, and that right now the priority is getting these students.
Like I said, that's a damn shame. Hold on, what it is.
Hallway when all of this happened, and she kind of described the chaos as it unfolded. She says at first they thought that this could have been a drill. They heard a lot of commotion, a lot of yelling, a lot of movement, and she says sometimes that they have similar incidents like this that are drill, and then by the time that she realized that this was actually happening, a teacher, her math teacher, was actually in one of the classrooms. Also, she describes that she believes, probably unaware about what was going on, came to the door of that classroom, and when that door opened, she says that that teacher was shot. Now this, of course,
Lord have mercy.
From the students who were there in the hallway as all of this unfolded. She says right now,
Like I said, 2 dead, 4 injured. That's worse than, but I don't know what's worse. They don't have a whole lot of school shootings as of late. But my thoughts on with just senseless, downright senseless. But you know what though? I hate to say this, but like I said, whoever they got in custody, I guarantee you, they ain't one of us. Because if it was one of us, guess what? We would have been shot. We would have. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, for real though, we would have been shot right then and there. And that's on the real, for real now. Because, and then you had one got shot. One got shot when they had to airlift him to Greater Hospital.
Talk to me, say something.
That's one thing about Greater. They known for their trauma. They got the good trauma unit. Yeah, Greater put, a lot of y'all, like I tell the ones who's from Atlanta, y'all start talking about Greater. Half of y'all, excuse me, I'm gonna just keep it real.
Half of y'all motherfuckers were born now.
Cause I know I will, so I'm a Greater baby and proud.
Talk to me, say something.
Yeah, but if you ain't dying, shot, or having a baby or whatnot, everything else is irrelevant. Just like in other hospital book, Greatest let you know that. Hear what that lady got to say.
really just something more serious, and she kind of described her and her classmates' experience as really just a lot of
2 dead and 4 injured.
into that shooting as they tried to figure out was this a
And then it's in my home state, not too far from where I was born and raised.
something you see in the movies, or
No, the hell you don't.
ever happened to you, and also especially again this being such a smaller town.
Yeah.
A lot of violence doesn't typically break out in these types of situations.
Sight.
Brittany, you had mentioned that earlier you spoke with a parent who
Yeah. That's just sad, though. Hold on.
Is it clear if this was like on the same hallway, or if this was a class with multiple grades in it?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I'm glad you brought that up because I do want to clarify. We do not yet know, or I do not know rather, if that classroom that had the 9th grader in it who experienced seeing a student leave the classroom and come back in with a gun, if that
Lord.
situation.
Yeah, I knew it. I just ain't gonna say nothing, but I now know what time it is. Like I said, if it was one of us, we would have been shot. Yeah.
Casualties, but from what they have described, it doesn't sound like they are one and the same. So it kind of sounds like you have the teacher who was shot in the classroom.
And I hate to say this too.
For these students, and then also,
not trying to be smart, difficult, or mean anything.
Watching everything unfold.
Karma. You reap what you sow. What goes around comes around. And karma coming back to bite you in the ass now.
The trauma that she experienced as well.
But I sympathize with the families, with the victim's family. For real. It ain't got nothing to do with how I feel or how anybody else's feel.
This is something you don't expect to see.
This right here, what's going on, is bigger and not irrelevant. This is about somebody's life. This is about people's lives. and then it's in school. Young people, dumb motherfucker bringing a gun, trying to shoot up the school.
She didn't have a
You know what?
child in the high school. It's
He didn't get his butt whooped enough growing up as a kid. Maybe if he would have got his ass whooped, he would have turned out better. A lot of kids would have.
she even can.
But and I'm gonna say this again. They better not bring it up about. Excuse me. They better not bring up. It was about mental health. Guess what? There's a whole lot of us dealing with mental health. But that don't mean that we gonna pick up a gun and go shoot up somebody. I mean, you just can't go around thinking you gonna pop a cap in somebody's ass because you don't like them or you pissed at them. That's not how things work.
Elementary, which is also down the road there at Keys. All of them presumably put on lockdown while all of this was going on.
Even the elementary school, holy cow, and shit.
However, I just spoke to her about 5 minutes ago, and she said she has not been able to get her children, one who is in middle school, another elementary school student. She says she has not been able to get them yet, but we have been seeing, students trickle out. So I'm not sure what the official status is.
Lord have mercy. That's all. That's the only 3 words I can say. Lord have mercy on them.
Her 2 kids. However, we are seeing a steady stream, small albeit, of parents, walking with their kids. But as you described, I mean, we've got a row of schools here, and that kind of just adds to the
Lord. See,
us to get here. You are.
It's not even safe to go to school no more. And you know what though? I pray for mine all day, every day, every second, every minute, every hour, every day. I pray for mine too. Don't get it twisted. Now, don't let them. I'm glad my girls are grown, but don't let them happen to them or my grandchildren. I would lose it, especially if it's something senseless like this going on. I ain't gonna be joining hands and blessing them, calling on the Lord or whatever. I'm gonna call on the Lord, but I'm also gonna be coming at the one that hurt whoever mine. I'm gonna come at them hard and with something in my hand. And I'm just keeping it real now. Now, if I have to do what I have, if you're gonna lock me up for protecting my family and defending their honor, that lets you know the laws y'all call yourself having fail when it comes to people like us.
From parents,
y'all always thinking y'all, and then y'all got y'all slick people thinking that y'all can just do what y'all want to do, and can't nobody say nothing. Well, in this day and time, you don't imagine your forefathers and your ancestors probably already done busted hell wide open with gasoline draws with a hole in the middle. I have no sympathy for them for how they treated our people. But they say we're supposed to forgive, and it's not about forgiving. It's more about remembering. And it's more about remembering, and guess what? And you think we gonna forget? Hell no. I mean, we're not just gonna call everybody out because one bastard. It was one bastard in the bunch, or a couple of them in the bunch. Because one thing about me, it's not about the group. It's about the individuals. Like I said, I don't care about your color. I don't care about your race or your lifestyle. Nothing. It's not about that. It's about you. I'm not gonna like you because of whatever's irrelevant. I'm gonna dislike you because I don't. I'm gonna dislike you. Just like years ago when this man asked me, he said, "Oh, so you don't like white people?" I said, "No, I just don't like you." And like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with the color. It's about It's about them, the individual. That's why when you say that, don't say you don't like a certain group, just let them know that you don't like them. And I had them just like a certain somebody I knew. Oh, so you don't like women from a certain place? I said, no, I just don't like you. And that's all I can say. That's the best way to put it, to make it simple and plain. But anyway, I just wanted to really talk about this what's going on. I really don't know it. And I bet there's a lot of them down there who talking about it don't even have their facts straight. And I'm just keeping it real, but I just wanted to elaborate on it. I really wanted your thoughts, but y'all act like y'all were too scared to ask or talk about it. But hey, it's all fine and good. Some people just can't say nothing, but guess what? I will, shit. And that's on the real. But y'all know what? It's my cue now. I'm about the J-E-double-T, jet, with the extra T. But on the real, for real, I will be back later on sometime today, and I will let y'all know when I do. And I want to thank those who took the time to check out, tune in, view, and watch Raw, Uncut, and Unfiltered with me, the Bonafide G, certified trooper, and Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Because after they made me, they wrote the mold. And I want to thank the subscribers and those who haven't subscribed. And if you find it in your heart and you feeling it in the depths of your soul, please hit the like or subscription bell. Wait a minute.
I really would appreciate it.
Yeah. And like I said, if your live one-on-one is also available, audio or either video or both. Now, if you rather be heard and not seen, audio is good. We can always do audio sketch for audio or whatnot, but whenever you're ready, just get at me. I'll be glad and appreciate you as a guest as well. But until the next time, y'all, till later on, rather, God bless you. I love you. Y'all be good. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. And by all means, please behave
yourselves. Stop the violence. Increase the peace. Eliminate the hate. Spread more love. Let's all act on one accord and follow those basic instructions before leaving Earth.
And one more thing before I sign out. Let's all keep the families of the victims of the Appalachian High School shooting in Wyoming, Georgia, in your prayers. In Jesus' name, amen. So until the next time, peace, two fingers. Catch y'all in a little bit.